Look, just before Jesus goes to the cross, the disciples understood that Jesus had to go and suffer and die. Jesus prays the most difficult prayer of his life before Judas, his enemy, one of his disciples, leads a crowd who have come to arrest him. Chapter 22 of Luke's Gospel, verse 39. Stefan Hager, Switzerland, rainy summer 2020. You can read it in your own Bible, Amharic, Urdu, Aramaic, just as you please, as you understand best. It's all based on the same textus receptus in Greek language, as we know it for 2000 years, and it has not been changed. Verse 39, chapter 22, open your Bible. Jesus went out as usual to the Mount of Olives. His disciples followed him. When they reached the place, Jesus spoke, "Pray that you won't fall into sin when you are tempted." It's no problem if you're tempted. It's a problem when you sin. If God doesn't want you to sin, He will give you the means out of it. It's called temptation. Flee temptation. In temptation, ask Him to help you, and He will make a way out of it, it says in Corinthians letter. But now we see the Injiil says, verse 41. Then he went a short distance away from them. He got down on his knees and he prayed. He said, "Father," look, Jesus talks to his Father, "if you're willing, take this cup and suffering away from me. But do what you want, not what I want." And an angel from heaven appeared to Jesus and gave him strength. Wow, an angel came, because he was very sad and troubled. He prayed even harder. His sweat was like a drop of blood falling to the ground. After that, he got up from prayer and he went back to his disciples. He found them sleeping. They were worn out because they were very, very sad. The disciples were very, very sad, because they understood that Jesus is going to die, to suffer. "Why are you sleeping?" he asked them. "Get up, pray that you won't fall into sin when you are tempted." While Jesus was still speaking, a crowd came up. The man named Judas, look here, he is named, was leading them. He was one of the 12. Judas approached Jesus to kiss him. But Jesus asked him, "Judas, are you handing over the Son of Man with a kiss?" Jesus' followers saw what was going on to happen. So they said, "Lord, should we use our swords?" Remember last time we heard that Jesus said 2 swords are enough against them. Should we use the swords now? Would Jesus defend himself in agony, in time of trial? One of them struck the servant of the high priest and cut off his right ear. Look at this. But Jesus answered, "Stop this." And he touched the man's ear and he healed him. Jesus heals his enemy. He healed him. Can you imagine? The ear is back on. Look. When Jesus spoke to the chief priests, the officers, to the temple guard and the elders, they had all come for him. "Am I leading a band of armed men against you?" he asked. "Do you have to come with swords and clubs? Every day I was with you in the temple court, and you didn't lay a hand on me." Verse 53. But this is your hour. This is when darkness rules. This was when Satan put everything, the punishment was there to put on Jesus. This was the hour of darkness, the hour of judgment. But Jesus did it willingly. He endured it as the Messiah for you and me, so that we will have a different future than a future in eternal hell.